Hi everyone, I'm Aaron.
Hi everyone, I'm Clayton, and welcome to our first video on our YouTube channel. Today we brought our world-renowned guest, Javkhlan Sainbileg. He's a self-animator, self-taught animator. So today, he will share a bit about his expertise, his experience, and his skills.
Welcome. Okay, well, thank you guys for having me on today. And well, like I said, I'll be sharing about my expertise and experience in animation, and hopefully, I can share with some maybe aspiring animators into like how to get into it and how to like do animation.
Okay, nice. So we'll go straight into it. The first question I would like to ask, right? How did you get into animation?
How did I get into animation?
Yes.
Well, mostly before animating, I was an artist, and I wanted a wider skill set. But before that, right, I was also at a young age, I was very into like animated movies, anime, cartoons, whatever. And I was really impressed by their body of work and like how far the imagination can go. And that's what inspired me to take up animation.
Okay, so what inspired you to start animating, and what's the biggest challenge in the beginning?
What promoted me, what like provoked me to start animating would be like a stagnation, I felt like I was getting nowhere with just my artistic skills, so I wanted to broaden my range of skills, and that would be animating. Animating is one of the hardest things you can do. And I experienced how hard it was when I first started, When I first started, I was thinking like an artist, not an animator. Every frame I drew, I would try and make it perfect detail. When you don't have to, like each frame, right? Each frame can be ugly, but as long as it looks good in animation, it's fine. You don't need to spend all your time on single details.
So what's that of trial and error?
Like trial and error?
Yeah.
Trial and error would be honestly finding decent animation apps as well, especially if you don't have a computer. If you only have a phone, you have very limited options, and the options you do have are also not that inspiring. All of them have millions of ads just to have basic functions. And I would say aside from like the technical issues of that, the other biggest hurdle would be like trying to find inspiration in what to animate, because sometimes you can be really stumped.
I would like to ask you something as well. What do you think are some key skills that you need to become a really good animator?
Some key skills?
Yeah.
Well, number one, I would say before you can start animating, I would say you need to have a basic understanding of figure drawing. You need to be able to actually, at least correctly, somewhat show what you're trying to animate, correctly interpret it into animation. If you can't draw, you can't animate. And secondly, would be an understanding of physics and the reality. Now, you need to understand how certain things interact with other objects, how fast something should be, how heavy something should feel. You really need to have an understanding of how humans move or how objects interact.
Okay, that sounds slightly technical, right? So on that note, I would like to ask, do you think that technical skills matter more than creativity, or is it the other way around?
It really depends on what you're trying to do. If you want to get hired, right, I would definitely say it's much safer to try and go for technical skills, because that's what studios are looking for. They want guaranteed quality, right? They don't want like some weird experimental creative guy who could potentially go against what they desire and the style they want. Now they want someone who can do the work and guarantee quality. And that's more emphasized around Japan and Korea, if you want a job there. But if you're in the West, you can be more creative and do your own thing.
Okay.
It depends where you are.
Yeah, and what you're trying to accomplish.
So my question, what advice would you give to someone who wants to start animation but doesn't know where to begin?
Doesn't know where to begin.
Yeah,
And it goes back to what I said before. I would just say, first, learn to draw. If you learn to draw, right, you can correctly depict whatever you want. And with that, animation comes easy. If you already have things you like for example, let's say I like Dragon Ball. You know, who doesn't like Dragon Ball?
Yeah.
And have a series you like. Have a character you really like, and then you just start drawing them and animating like funny, nice things about them, doing random things.
So just play around.
Yeah, play around. Don't take it too seriously in the beginning.
Sure. So, how long did it take you to feel confident in your skills?
I would have to be honest with you guys. Even today, I'm not too confident in my abilities because that's just the nature of being an artist. There will always be someone way better than you. There will always be someone who's 3 years younger and 10 times better than you. And looking at them can be discouraging. But what can help you to be more confident is looking back on your older works and seeing how well you've improved. So if you're feeling down and you want some confidence, I would say look back on your oldest work and compare it to your most recent work, what you're able to do now. And if you see the progress, you see how much you've gotten better, you will be way more confident and way more willing to animate certain things.
Progress gives you confidence.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Okay, so very thank you. You come here to share about your journey.
And thank you.
Yeah, of course, guys.
Thank you so
And
much.
you animators, make sure to never go into adult animation. Always stick to what is good. Don't be degenerates.
Thank you for watching this video, and I hope that you enjoyed it. And I want you to remember to subscribe, smash that subscribe button, and also click the notification icon. And if you want to learn more about animation, you can check us right here for our next video coming up. Thank
If you don't like the video, you'll never be a good animator.
No, you wouldn't.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you.